having been the son that goes through this with his mom on going to the consultations, doing the research, became part of my job for the last several years on how do I tell that story. So I've interviewed a bunch of patients. I've interviewed a lot of clinicians. I've been to a lot of dental practices. I am gonna say the majority, the really good ones are far and few between, so really spend time doing the homework. But going through all this as a son, doing the due diligence, and now having to go through it myself, you can't do too much due diligence. I know sometimes it gets to a point to where you want it done. You want it done quickly, and you can hear some promises. We'll give your final in 24 hours, and you can, you know, and so that's really why we're going to try to continue to bring on, especially after the surgery that I go through, we're going to bring on experts. We're going to bring on some hygiene experts. We're going to bring on other clinicians, dental implant experts in the industry and manufacturers to kind of discuss everything there is on some of the details on that. But before the surgery, I wanted to take time primarily with previous patients that we've walked through this process with, and we haven't walked through one more closely than with you. And so it's fun to sit across from you and see you smile and know that I get to partake in that too. So I love you.
I love you, darling. And I know that you're in very good hands, and my prayers are with you for Wednesday, and I hope that this will be the end for you for a good long time.
Please, God.
Yes.
Yeah, 'cause
enough's enough.
Yeah. Well, again, we appreciate you guys joining us and being a part of the journey with us. And any questions that you guys have, I always encourage comments are your friend. So, and you know, you've touched on a couple things that has even sparked some ideas while we're talking, like maybe even putting together a consultation type group of dentists that could review a case for a fee. That they're not going to do the case themselves, but review it so you know they're not trying to hustle money out of you. So you can, you know, after you've gone to consultations, I think that'll be something I'd like to do. And then also, we've talked about it of trying to put a fund together at some point for those that can't afford it, God willing. So, but one step at a time.
Your heart and my heart, really, we see that very quickly of someone like that, and it really
breaks your heart.
It does break your heart, because you know that their lives could have been very different if they didn't have the dental issue and getting it, of how much that might could turn it around for them.
That's right.
Could literally turn their life around.